About that time, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on. It's Wednesday, it's 6 p.m. and you know what that means? It's time for Serenity Night Live. I'm going to remove that towel. I completely forgot that was there, so that's going to go. Let me just get rid of that. Sorry, I was drying out my laundry. That wasn't supposed to happen. Like I said, welcome to Serenity Night Live. I'm Shama, your host, your chaos coordinator, and living proof that this show is both structured form and a weekly experiment in winging it. I'm sure we've said this once before, and I'm saying it yet again. We've got accountability, we've got deep dives, we've got distractions. So let's get started before I get sidetracked with laundry. So today's question, AI. Let's think about AI. We use AI to help us execute ideas. So now why? Why is it now that we're asking AI to give us ideas and we do all the work? Am I wrong? Am I not saying this right? What do you use your AI for? I use AI to help me formulate my show notes because I don't have time to sit there typing it all out. So I use AI for that. So I use ChatGPT. He is my kind of producer. So he helps me formulate the notes in a format that I'm used to now. And so that allows me to kind of, basically deliver my notes the way it should be. So I ask you now, what kind of AI do you use and how has it worked for you and what are your drawbacks? Now, I asked a few people and we're going to get to that in our spotlight later. But for now, we've got our accountability challenges. So I wanted to hear from you. You have done some challenges that you had a week to do. I have 3 people last week telling me what they needed to do. So we had Sue from Fallen Angel Piercing. I think I've got the name right. She wanted to be more motivated to do stuff. We still have yet to see what that stuff is. So Sue, I'm doing a shout out to you. Did you get that done? Oh my God, I forgot to tell you what happened to me. Oh, before we get into the accountability challenge, I've got a big shout out to Gupcast podcast, who really kindly invited me to be a part of their show, and it was the experience was phenomenal. I had such a good time, and it was really interesting to hear other people's thoughts on what they thought about ADHD. And this is coming from ADHD into a South Asian community, so in that regard it was absolutely brilliant. So a big shout out to Gupcast. I hope they do get to watch this, so please go and check out the show. It's on their page. I will put their link at the bottom, and I'll also put their YouTube link at the bottom in the show notes, so please look out for that. Okay, so accountability. Like I said, we had Amelia. She wanted to do a no sugar, and I know she's joined. So I'm going to ask you, Amelia, did you do your no sugar challenge for 7 days? And how did that make you feel? I'll let you get on with typing an answer for that. We also had Biggie, who we are now bringing a shout out to Biggie. He was also on the Gupcast. He said he wanted to smile more. Did you smile more, Biggie? In which case, what did you smile about? What made you smile the most? And of course, like I mentioned earlier, before I got sidetracked with the podcast that I did on Monday, we had lovely Sue, who does my beautiful piercings, and her friend Lily. Lily was the one who actually does my piercings, and Sue owns the shop. But, you know, shout out to both of them. Love you both. See you in a few weeks when we get to finish this finally. She wanted to be motivated, so let's see how she got on with that. Sue, if you are listening, please get in touch with me and let me know how you got on. Okay, so for this week's Spotlight, before we get into Spotlight, get ready to do your body doubling challenge. What is that 10-minute job that you need to go and get done while I drone on about ADHD and AI and how that's worked? Please let me know what your challenges are going to be. Is it going to fold the laundry? Is it going to go and do those dishes? Are you going to quickly make a dinner? Let's see. So before we do that, let's have a quick look to see if anybody has told me. Oh, Amelia's message. Haha, I managed to cut down. However, I'm still having a bit of chocolate. That's all right. We're all about having a bit of chocolate. It made me feel happy that I was able to cut down and I was able to replace the sugar with fruit. Well done. We got a massive win. Well done, Amelia. Thank you so much. I'm just going to say hi to a few people who have just dawned. Hi, Darren. Hi, Amelia. Lovely to see you. And hi, Fizzing Minds. Get in touch with her. Go and see her post. She's got some amazing content on her. You just love it. She's got some lovely posts to put up, lovely quotes. And if you're Portuguese, she speaks Portuguese too. Just saying. So, hiya. Right, AI and ADHD. When I reached out to a few people to ask them what kind of AI they were using, I'm just going to draw up the list of things that they said. So the benefits of AI for ADHD has been such. A lot of people had been using the app Todoist. Apparently that helps with AI integration, that helps users create structured task lists, priority labels, deadlines, and automatic reminders. Now, I use something called Trello to help me manage my sort of daily kind of things, you know, like what do I have to do daily? What do I have to get done in the week? And, you know, who are my clients? And, you know, obviously the payment details are all up there as well. But it's just something that I have to stay on top of. Otherwise, I will forget who I've got, and I need a register to know how long they've been with me and how long they've been working me for that particular month. But Todoist is something that came up for us. The other benefit for AI and ADHD came up was smart scheduling and time blocking. Apparently it's really good for that. And one of the best examples for that, and that's something that I've recommended as well, Reclaim AI. It's an automating system whereby you put in your task and how long you want to put it. And if it's integrated with your calendar, it allows you to kind of slot it in where you see fit. And then it prevents the kind of schedule overload. So somebody brought in that recommendation. You've got virtual assistants. Now I use ChatGPT as I said, as my virtual assistant. What do you guys use as your virtual assistant? Obviously we've got Siri, we've got Google Assistant. What was her name? Is it Gemini? Or is that something completely different? I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? So they help with improving organization. But sometimes a lot of my clients are not very much into using automated systems, and you know, sometimes they just prefer to use this simple notebook and pen with a writing list, and that's all they like to use. AI also reduces decision fatigue. So things like Motion, for example, would schedule tasks based on priority and urgency, removing burden of deciding what to do next. So it's very similar to Reclaim because it reduces the burden of where you need to slot it in. It allows you to do that. What else do we have? Oh yes, so something that will enhance focus and minimize distraction for us. Somebody said to me, Freedom and Cold Turkey use AI to block distracting websites and apps to help users stay focused at work. Guys, please don't worry about, going back to, I'm getting a lot of comments saying, oh, can you just tell me which one's which? I will put all of this up in the show notes. I will send you, if anybody is interested, I will send you the list. So just DM me if you want to have a list of all of these that will help you and organize your day a little bit better. So please don't panic. Just sit back and relax. Have a listen. Or if you're doing something, just listen to it. You will get all your notes later. What else have we got? Chatbots. Does anybody use chatbots in their business? There's some that offer personalized support. So ChatGPT and, I didn't know there was another one called Wobot. What's that? Virtual accountability partners. Oh God, I better not advertise that one. That's going to get me out of a job. Okay, ignore that one. We're not going to be doing chatbots that offer personalized support because that's my job. All right. So we're ignoring that one. But just so you know, we've got ChatGPT. Everyone knows about that one anyway. Adaptive learning and customization. So apparently there's one called Brain FM that uses AI generated music to enhance focus by adapting to a person's brainwave patterns. Wow, I've never heard of something like that before. Has anybody used that? Somebody has, and they said it worked. I mean, I've heard about using sort of 8K digital format music that seems to help with focus. Have you used something like that? Darren, you haven't missed anything. Don't worry. You can always listen back whenever you need to. And it's also, by the way, it's also, all of this is also going to be on my YouTube channel, Serenity Night Live. So please feel free to subscribe for that every time so you don't miss it. Because it's only going to be on Instagram for a limited period. Because obviously I want people to join me here and now, and just get going. What else do we have? Routine building exercises, Habitica. Now, Habitica gamifies habit building, and that's one of my favorites because I love gamifying everything. You know, good old Mary Poppins. Those who know, who have been coached by me, knows that that's my favorite saying, and I will put on my favorite Mary Poppins voice. In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap, the job's the game. So think about, what is your game? How can we make things into a game? So for example, when I'm washing the dishes, I stick the kettle on and see how long it takes me to wash as many dishes before that kettle boils. That way I make myself a cup of tea and the dishes get washed. So what do? Do you do something like that? Do you need Habitica to gamify your habit building for you? Have you used it? Let me know. We're going to come to the comments in a minute. I've just got a few more that have come to me. Pomodoro, which integrates the Pomodoro method. For those of you who don't know what the Pomodoro method, it is a fantastic way to get us to kickstart our focus. Now, I use Pomodoro method as a way of getting my clients to say, okay, look, do it for 25 minutes. If you feel that that has kickstarted your focus, please do carry on. If you feel that you need to take a break, take a break. No big deal. That's absolutely fine. So do 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. But if you find that you're hyper-focusing or it's kickstarted your hyper-focus, go for it. Take a break when you need to, or at least just set an alarm for an hour. It's up to you how you want to do it. But Pomodoro method does actually work, and the Pomodoro could work quite well into integrating that into task management. Other AI-based tools provide emotional support. We don't own any of those, so we're going to move forward. Actually, no, you know what? Youper, I've heard it about, is supposed to be a really good one. Somebody's recommended that because they said it's a really good mood tracker. So if you feel that part of your ADHD is emotional dysregulation, maybe I should look into that. Maybe. That's it. Those are the suggestions that we had. Like I said, what has worked for you? Let me know. This is really good. Let's have a quick welcome to who's come. Hi, Tenny. I'm waving at you. Nice to see you. Darren, you joined again. Amelia, what do you use AI for? And do you use it to give you ideas? Do you know, actually, I don't, because I want the ideas that I have to be executed, because I'm not tech savvy. So to put together an image or to put together, a PowerPoint presentation is often quite difficult, but I have all these ideas. So that's what I use ChatGPT for. But the argument is now that, are we using ChatGPT a little bit too much, whereby now we're asking it to create the ideas and we do all the work, whereas it should be the other way around? I don't know. I do use it. I guess I could use it for inspiration. But the original base idea has to come from me. So things like, make a plan for a business idea based on my own profile. I am and that kind of thing. So that could work quite well. Fizzing Minds has said, I often use the Pomodoro method, but set the alarm for 30 minutes. That's brilliant. So how long do you take the break if it's a 30-minute? Do you take a 5-minute break, or do you take a slightly longer break because of that? Come back to me on that one. I'd be very interested to know. But I'm really glad to know that the Pomodoro method works for you. Hopefully, maybe the Pomodoro app might work better for you as well in that regard. So I also want to talk about the downsides of AI, because let's face it, the more we integrate AI into our lives, the more we become we rely on it a little bit more. Over-reliance on AI can reduce critical thinking. Are we dumbing down because we are now using things like I said, we're using ChatGPT for brainstorming ideas, but what about our own independent thinking and using ChatGPT to execute our independent thinking? Isn't that not a better way of using AI? Because we want it to work for us, not the other way round, if that makes sense. AI can also decrease social interactions. Does it? If you are already feeling a little bit introvert, Could ChatGPT help you practice conversations and become a little bit more, or would you become more reliant on using essentially a robot for your social life? What else? What other drawbacks are there to using AI? I'm just going to have a sip of water while you guys think about that. The other thing also, reinforced bias, someone said. AI-driven mental health apps may misdiagnose ADHD or suggest generic treatments, failing to account for individual differences. I think that might be something whereby you have to be quite specific, because like with a robot, you have to literally tell it things. Like if you told it, I don't know, given an example, like if you said to a robot in order to make a peanut butter sandwich, I don't know whether you've seen them, being very similar, but I'm going to use a parallel. Like the first thing would be to put the spoon in the peanut butter, and somebody will just put the spoon in the peanut butter. That's what the robot will do. It won't know that it's supposed to scoop up the peanut butter and put it on the toast. It will just follow that instruction. That's what I mean about, will it just do where you have to be quite specific and give it more specific instructions? So then you would say to it, you scoop a bit of peanut butter out of the jar and put it on the toast, so that it has a bit more information as to what it needs to do. I don't know. I don't know much about AI. That's why I brought this subject up, because I wanted to see what you guys thought of it. So, you know, by all means, if you haven't got time now, but please let me know in the comments below and just tell me what you think. AI tools are not always ADHD friendly. So things like Notion AI that offer automation can often be quite complex. I've had issues where some of my clients had tried to use Notion and they found it just too much. It's just too overwhelming. And so using things like Trello or Asana, where it's just a simple board based, you know, with just 3 columns, and you just use that as a glorified to-do list, is often a lot more easier, and then you don't have to rely on AI to do so. Aside from that, I mean, assisted learning can diminish focus. So students using AI-generated summaries for studying may not develop the ability to focus. Is that true? Because I wonder whether or not, with ADHD, a lot of people have a problem with spending time and sitting down and actually having to try and read it. Can they read? I don't know. And obviously things like they can't emotional dysregulate, they cannot help with addressing that, and they encourage multitasking, which can be quite detrimental for us because we don't know what we're doing half the time. And now trying to do multitasking, that's even worse. So there's lots and lots of ways that AI can help us, and there's lots of ways that AI can also diminish that. What are your views on using AI? I've heard the education system have started using it as well. And how have they started using it, Amelia? She's a frequent person on this particular video blog. I have no idea, because I haven't been in the education system for almost 20 odd years now. But I'd like to hear it from you. What do you think about the use of AI in the education system? Is that dumbing down people? Do you feel that, you know, using it is not helping you, or does it help you? And to what extent do people use ChatGPT in their research and as part of their, I don't know, as their study tool? Children use it for homework and teachers use it for planning. I can understand the planning point of view, because obviously if there's a template, then you've got to have that. But I don't know about for homework, because then that's not really allowing the child to learn how to do particular research or learn how to do certain things. Because I think that, school topics aside, it does teach you skill sets like how to do research and how to write a report, and, you know, how to talk in public, and how to get up on stage and do performances and things like that. It can dumb people down as they use it for homework, because if it was creating writing piece and they're using AI, it is dumbing them down. Yeah, absolutely right. It's not really creative writing if you're using ChatGPT to do the creative writing yourself. And then also, where is then the practice of the English language, which is very, very important around the world, being able to speak English and write a report and write a legible report even. So, you know, I think there's a lot of things to be said about the use of AI, and I think there's a lot to be said about the benefits of AI, particularly if you've got an ADHD mind. Thank you so much for everybody who has joined in. So did you guys do your, what did you guys do for your, oh God, what was I? Body doubling. I'm so tired. It's been such a long day and we're only on Wednesday. So what do you guys do for your body doubling? What did you do? Did you do your washing up? Have you managed to get things done? Fizzy Mind says, I find ChatGPT great to correct text and organize grammar. Yes, providing, of course, that all the original ideas has come for you. If you're using that just to kind of make sure that your English is right and the grammar is right and you know, everything else. Perfect. That's exactly right. Amelia cleaned her room and did her hair care. Well done, Amelia. That's great body doubling. Anybody else? What else did you do while I was droning on? Because I could see a lot of people were switching off, which is great. You should have been doing something. Like doing, I don't know, maybe you were writing a report while you were listening to me. Sometimes my voice has that effect. Maybe you got a, I don't know, more ironing done. I don't know. Hi, I am fine. Thank you very much. Manny Dotrox. Money Dotrox. Nice to meet you. You kind of come in a little bit late because we've kind of gone through the bulk of it. But please feel free to share what you think about AI. Do you use AI for anything? Your work or in your personal life even, or in your automated systems? And if you do, which ones do you use? And if you don't, why don't you? Let me know. So I guess that's it, really. Oh, well, you're welcome to join us anyway. Feel free to join the conversation anyway. I mean, I'm sure that you must be using AI of some respects. And all of these people are joining in late. What do I do? Shall I just come in later? No, people, I'm going to be here 6 on the dot at all times. SNA Way of Life, welcome. Let's wave at you. Hello, nice to meet you. Just wanted to say hi. Do you use AI? We're having a discussion about the use of AI. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Do you use it? Are you relying on it? A lot of people use it to kind of help formulate ideas. A lot of people use it to formulate their grammar, to make sure that their reports are absolutely tip-top. A lot of people use it to get research. I use it to help formulate my show notes so that everything that's going on in my brain can be then compartmentalized in the different sections, as you know, because obviously we've got the accountability section, we have got the body doubling section, and we've got the spotlight section, which you guys come and join me on, which is fantastic. So yeah, please feel free to talk to me about anything. Guys, I'm here from 6 o'clock onwards. We talk about body doubling, we talk about accountability. Do you have a task that you want to get done? You've got 7 days to get it done, and then you come back next week to tell me whether or not you got that task done. What would it be? Manny Dotrox says, I'm a graphic designer, and trust me, AI has always been helpful for me to something new. It also helps me to write a lot, save my time. Great, a great time saving tool. Do you find that you're relying on it a little bit too much though? Do you still feel that you have all these ideas brewing in your head and you need AI to help you formalize them so that you can see it visually? Is that what you use it for as a graphic designer? Because that's exactly what AI should do. That's exactly what I do for my posts. When I use AI, I write in, send me an image of, and then I formulate what I'm thinking about this post. I want somebody walking through a forest, or I want somebody hugging somebody. So at least that way, then I don't have to lift things off the computer and these are images that have been created specifically for me. And so there's no copyright issue either. So that's one of the reasons why I think AI is quite useful. Amelia has said, my 7-day task is to keep my room and kitchen clean. Yes, that would be very, very handy, considering that's my kitchen too. And I'll do all the cooking. You can do all the cleaning. Thank you so much. No, I'm not relying on it. I can do it all myself, but it helps like an assistant. Yes, exactly that. That is exactly what I think that AI should remain, as an assistant. I think that as humans, if we can continue to evolve our own brains and formulate ideas, and with the use of AI in tandem and in partnership, not to rely too much on it to do things for us, or to get to know us that much. It just is supposed to be an assistant. So let's keep that boundary. I'm a little bit skeptical about sharing personal stuff with an AI assistant like Wobot, or what was that other one where you could share your personal thing. My AI assistant knows me on a professional basis, i.e. what I do, and everything, any post that I do will be related to the choreography or the coaching. It doesn't know about my children. It doesn't need to know anything else. So I'd rather keep it like that. What do you do? Okay, so guys, I guess that's it from me, unless there's any other accountability things coming through. I can see one more. Nope, that was just loads of 100% coming through, so I can tell that you guys agree with me. Thank you so much for agreeing with me. I appreciate it. I want to hear it from you. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, I guess, guys, that's a wrap on Serenity Night Live. If you set yourself an accountability goal, you've got 7 days to get it done. Because if you don't get it done, you know I'm going to be on your case. But there's no pressure. There's pressure. There's always pressure, because I'm going to ask you about it next week. I'm going to be shouting out your name and saying, so please, in the comments below, when I post this video for the next 48 hours, perhaps, if I feel generous. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be fasting. Will I be fasting? Will it be opening fasting? I don't know. But it'll be Ramadan next week, so I don't know what time I'm going to do it. No, do you know what? I am going to stick to this time. I'm going to be opening my fast live on air. Yay! Let's do it. So if you had used your body doubling, I hope you managed to get something done. Congratulations, you are now winning at productivity. And if you just sat there and listened, came in and out, drifted in and out, and, got things done while I was at it, that counts too. You are all winners. I will see you next week. You've just been coached. Come back, same time, same chaos, same rants, but bring your wins next time, all right? Speak to you soon. Bye. Oh, can't turn it